Top 10 Dumeyer Vacation Spots. Number 10, Nashville, Tennessee. In Nashville, we've been there a number of times, mainly for concerts or sporting events. It's always been a fun town to actually go to, spend some time, basically a weekend, usually for a Titans game. We just went to a preseason game earlier this year. Here you can see us actually taking a picture at the game before the game started and then while the game was going on. All in all, Nashville's a fun, easy getaway town for the weekend. Number 9, Chicago. Now in Chicago, we've been there a couple of times. It's been a nice big city trip. Actually, the first time we stayed in Lincoln Park at this Days Inn, and it was during the winter. It was very cold, one of the coldest places I've ever been to. Why would we go in the winter? Of course, Jerry Springer Show. Why else would you go to Chicago in the winter? Then again, we also went to Chicago in the summer, enjoyed their deep dish pizza, but why again did we go? A wrestling show. That's right, a wrestling show. Number 8, Atlanta. Now here in Atlanta, it's usually a drive-through on the way to Florida, but back when we used to have season tickets to Six Flags, we went there, went to Turner Field, got to see a Braves game, which was pretty cool, one of the only other baseball parks I've been to besides the Reds. But of course, the main attraction was going to Six Flags over Georgia. While there, my favorite coaster was actually the Superman roller coaster. It really made you feel like you were Superman as it laid you down and it made you look like you were flying around on the tracks. Of course, there was the awesome Batman coaster as well. Number 7, Indianapolis. Now, Indianapolis is right up the road from us here in Charlestown, Indiana. So, we've been to a couple different places, including the Capitol. We also went to the War Memorial Museum, which is really cool. Actually, at the end of the tour, you come into a room where there's actually a helicopter in there, which is super, super awesome. Also, we've of course been to Lucas Oil Stadium for Colts games and more, including one of my favorite things that ever happened there was when Steven actually got to play on Lucas Oil Stadium's field. Him and the Little Pirates were on there and got to play kind of an exhibition game early in the morning. Later that day, we got to take pictures on the field, and of course, at the end of it, and a couple hours later, we got to actually go see a Colts game together, which was really fun. Number 6, St. Louis, Missouri. Now, St. Louis was a great weekend getaway. We went for about 3 to 4 days. There's all kinds of free things to do there. Like, here you see the History Museum. There's also a Science Museum, which on the inside surprised me. They had animatronic dinosaurs, which was super, super cool. Loved seeing those. Then we also got to go to the St. Louis Zoo, which is also a free attraction. This zoo puts the Louisville Zoo to shame. Exactly how big it is, how many attractions they have, plus you can't beat the price, which is free. Number 5, Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, Cincinnati, of course, is right up the road. We go there quite often, but there's a lot of things to do there that we truly enjoy, including, of course, my favorite Major League Baseball team, the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, we've been having some down years, but that's okay. We've been there, of course, to see many games. As you can see, taking pictures there at the ballpark the last time we went. Here's us actually sitting in the stands. Now, we also go up there for one of our favorite chili restaurants, Gold Star Chili. We love this place. It's a lot better than, Skyline. Of course, there's Kings Island up there as well. Some of my favorite rides at Kings Island include the Vortex, as not only that, but also the biggest wooden roller coaster, the Beast. Number 4, Daytona Beach, Florida. Now, Daytona Beach is a great way to get out of town and go to the beach and do it on a dime. Basically, this past spring break, we took the kids down there for about 4 or 5 days. We had a blast burying each other in the sand, including Suzanne's mom. Now, down there, we also went to things like the pier, got to see a lot of different things like games and so on. It's just a lot of fun. It's very relaxing and isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's a vacation on a dime where you can actually just go to the beach and have fun. Carnival Victory to the Bahamas. Now this one here was the first time that we actually took our children on a cruise ship. It was a fun trip. First time we actually had a balcony room as well, which was well worth the money. The Bahamas weren't so good, didn't really enjoy them as much, but the boat was fantastic, especially the views out into the ocean just traveling along. Sitting there just being able to relax was something we'll never forget. Suzanne really enjoyed having the balcony and almost swears to never going back into an inside room. Of course, there's all-you-can-eat buffets, things like ice cream and so on, and we had a great time also with Suzanne's mom and Josh. Number 2, New Orleans and the Carnival Triumph on the way to Mexico. When we were in New Orleans, it was a great time. We got to go around the city. Our hotel had a great New Orleans vibe to it. It was fantastic. Just basically being around the city, going through the French Quarter was something to behold. It really is a cool city to actually just take in the sights. Once we got on the boat, though, that didn't change anything. We still had a great time while on the Carnival Triumph. We went around, got to explore the ship. One of the best things about it was just being able to have fun and be able to relax with family. Of course, there was great dinners and so on. Here's our prime rib from one night. When we got to Mexico, though, it did rain, and, well, it didn't dampen our spirits, though. We still had a lot of fun while we were in Cozumel. So, we got to go through the shops, going from shop to shop, and as you can see, it even stopped raining a little bit for us to be able to take a picture. Once we got back on the boat, of course, there's towel animals waiting for us. Suzanne really liked this monkey here. Then we had our next stop in Mexico. It was a beautiful day, got to do some shops and shopping, and Suzanne got to take some pictures with some locals. Wanted to add an honorable mention. Wouldn't put it in the top 10, but Kansas City was a fun, quick weekend trip. The Tennessee Titans had made it to the playoffs, and of course, the Suzanne's team. So, what did we do? We bought tickets to the Kansas City Tennessee Titans game and took off one weekend, driving overnight to Kansas City. Got to go to the game. It was freezing, though. So once we left, we got back to the hotel in our indoor pool. Got to have a lot of fun there with the kids. Then afterwards, also were able to grab a bite to eat from some famous Kansas City barbecue. All in all, we had a great time in Kansas City. Finally, our number 1 vacation spot is Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Now, maybe this one just holds a special place in my heart because we've been there, going there for years and years. As you can see, our young family here, pictured out in front of Jaws and Jurassic Park, and just the many pictures and memories we have from taking the kids there for so many years. Now, we haven't been in a little while, so we've got to go back soon. But as you look at some of these, you see why this is considered one of our favorite and the top place that we like to go. Down there, you can do everything from basically riding the Transformers ride. You could sit there and go see things like The Simpsons, Barney, SpongeBob, and much, much more. As you can see, we really enjoyed this place. We love going there as much as we can. We need to get back there as soon as possible because it has been quite some time since we've been back to Universal Studios. So I hope you enjoyed our top 10 vacation destinations. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube and make sure to click the like and subscribe to check out any daily Dumeyer videos we have headed your way.